Alright, 4L80E 4x4. This is a 4x4. It doesn't have an output speed sensor. It reads off the transfer case. That just happens to be an 1 7/16 socket. $15mm on the extension housing. Alright, so the cooler line fitting is here in the back instead of up here in the front. We have to take it out. It's 3/4. There's an O-ring that goes on there. Take your O-ring off for your lockup. 13mm on the pump. Alright, pan bolts 10 millimeter. Try not to break your pan gasket. This is reusable. This is much better than the one that's going to come in the kit. Filter off. Undo our wiring harness. A little tab here on the EPC solenoid.
Small O-rings, the little meter ones. You got a box of O-rings?
The ones that are left are in that box over there.
I lost the one. Yeah, I lost one for the cooler, man. I realized it came off the line. Yes, sir?
Pay attention to where your brackets were. Eight millimeters on the pressure switch manifold. Eight millimeters on the accumulator housing. And keep them separate. Tall spring in the front, short one in the back. 8 band servo. And our check balls should be 8 of them. 10 millimeters on the rear servo. .40 torques on this bolt right here. 3/8 12-point chrome is usually what you need to get into here. In between the pump and the case, and just pry forward. .13 millimeters on the back. And usually this boost valve in here is always worn. I put a Sonex one in every one I do. Try not to lose that little bracket right there. Check your surface. That's usually pretty good. Where the problem lies is right here on the crest and on the pump gears. These are really bad about wearing out. This one looks okay. Pull out our overdrive clutches. Now this center support right here, you don't want to take it apart if you don't have the tools to put the lip seals in, because it is a pure son of a bitch to do. You got two lip seals facing opposite directions, and it can be done, but you really need 2 people and 4 hands and 2 lip seal tools. It's a super pain. It can be done. I've done it, but it ain't no fun. Forward drum, make sure splines are okay. Right in here, these sealing rings right. Make sure it's not ring cut. Make sure our cushion plate's okay. The early models only have 1 tab on each side. They're real bad about breaking. Go ahead and update them if you got the early one. Direct drum, we're going to check our sprag, make sure it turns and locks, make sure our ring lands in here are okay all the way around. It's got a cushion plate too, same deal. It's the early one, go ahead and update it. Band. And our intermediate clutches. Somebody put the snap ring in the wrong spot. snap ring and somebody put it in the wrong spot also. Not surprising. Sometimes with this later one, where the way the piston is, it helps to get a scribe with a 90-degree bend in it and get up underneath the snap ring and help pull it out. Bushings don't look too terrible. Usually they look really bad. Alright, now come on. Check our ring lines right here. Make sure. Usually, if the drum was okay, this area is fine. We've got a race that usually sticks on the back here. This bushing right here is usually really worn out, and it's getting there. It's pretty bad. Got another washer that goes up there. Our washer that goes on the back of the planet. Our low sprag. If it doesn't just fall apart, you're probably okay. If it starts falling apart when you pull it out of there, it's bad. Look at our races for our bearings and make sure that they're not pitted. Since it's 4x4, the reluctor is not on the rear planet. Again, checking our races. These aren't near as bad. I haven't seen one bad in a long time. 400s used to be horrible. Make sure our pinions are okay, not wobbling. Nope, no teeth missing. Since this is a late model, we got a 4-piece bearing instead of a 3-piece bearing. We've got another race that goes down here. Pull our band out. And it's starting to get pretty worn. There's another snap ring in the case. You do not need to take that out of there. I just leave it in. We've got another washer and a selective washer. This bearing. Need this style pliers. Pull the snap ring off right here. Let's see. Make sure our planet's okay. Drum's not ring cut. It fried the crap out of the overruns. We have a little twist to clockwise, and it's going to release this, and it'll be able to come up. just demolish the overruns. Go ahead and get our pistons out. I know what that's out of. Alright, if you're using your pistons over, you say feel okay. They're supposed to be written on here what they are. If it's not visible, it says forward. If it's not visible on there, you might want to mark it. This one should say direct on it. If it doesn't, it's okay. And the other one says it. It says direct. You only need to mark one of them. Alright. Got us an empty case. I'll go write up what we got and I'll be back. Alright, this is what we're doing on this one. LS kit, which is a kit with clutches, filter, bushing kit. Always do a bushing kit. Sonox boost valve, I always put one in. No lock case bushing, always put one in. Overrun steels, 3 of them. Pressure plate. Both shift solenoids, AC Delco. If it had been a bit more miles on this vehicle, I'd probably put an EPC on it also. And a reverse band. Then our torque converter code was 2421, and had 330 on there also. So that's what we're doing on this one.